Tonight on Connecticut's news station, air quality concerns. Smoky skies from wildfires impacting all areas of the state.
Plus, a Wendy's customer threatens to kill an employee. What police are saying led up to the incident.
And the legislative session is coming to a close. What officials are saying about the state's progress ahead of the midnight deadline.
Fox 61, Connecticut's news station begins with a weather watch alert.
We are in a weather watch alert tonight. More smoky skies across the state because of those wildfires in Canada. Everywhere from Hartford, New Haven, Middletown, and Mohegan Sun being impacted by the smoke. Good evening, and thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 6. I'm Jen Bernstein.
And I'm Ben Goldman. Some smoky scenes from across the state after yet another day of that thick haze impacting our air quality all across the state. So I guess the question on everyone's mind is, when is this air and when are the skies going to clear up here? Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank joining us with some of those answers, hopefully. Hi, Rachel.
Yeah, we are experiencing that smoke with every sense. You can see it, you can smell it, you can taste it when you're outside. The worst of the smoke occurring right now, but we will continue to deal with the smoke at varying degrees off and on for the next couple of days. For impacts, you may want to limit the amount of time spent outside, especially exercising, and don't open the windows either. Taking a look at the current air quality, and we're waiting for this to update. It's a little bit better than pictured here for some, especially north and east of Hartford, but some of the worst air quality in the entire world in the New York City area today, which is just wild to think about. And that's extending into Bridgeport right now, which is not seeing unhealthy levels or very unhealthy levels, but actually hazardous levels of particulates from those wildfires in Bridgeport right now, and unhealthy levels for pretty much the rest of the state. So where do we go from here? The smoke remains dense as we head through the evening tonight into the day tomorrow. It's not as smoky as today, but the air quality is still poor. So some of the same advice that we gave you today may want to follow tomorrow. And look, even into Friday, we still have smoke off and on to varying degrees. We may not fully kick it until this weekend, although every day it will get a little bit better. Otherwise, we're looking at another June cooler day. We'll take a full look at your forecast in just a few minutes.
See you shortly, Rachel. Well, the talk of the town not only here in Connecticut, but across the eastern part of the U.S. Of course, the air quality, that hazy smoke you're seeing outside coming from wildfires all the way in Canada.
Fox 61's New Haven County Bureau reporter Julia LeBlanc joining us now live from East Rock Park in New Haven. Briefly, Julia, you spoke with the Connecticut Department of Energy and Environmental Protection. What is their best advice for folks right now?
Hi, good evening to you both. The main message from DEEP is if you don't have to be outside right now, simply just stay indoors. But if you're outside like we are right now, just for the purpose of this live shot, just limit your exposure to the air right now, because take a look at that New Haven skyline. It is very unhealthy here in the New Haven area and just really downright unhealthy for all of us across Connecticut.
You can definitely see the haze. There's no doubt about that.
Peter McAlinden and his 9-year-old dog Clancy are taking it easy today.
Clancy.
Peter has asthma, and for him especially, this smoke is no joke.
I have enough inhalers that I'm well armed.
It's all coming from the wildfires in Canada, creating unhealthy conditions for everyone, not just those with pre-existing conditions.
I'm having trouble breathing today. I don't know about anybody else.
I'm sure anyone out there today is having difficulty breathing. It's that bad out.
Paul Farrell works in the Bureau of Air Management at DEEP. He says because of the way our atmosphere works, Connecticut is an easy target for the pollution to persist.
There's a low pressure system over Maine, and that counterclockwise rotation is bringing that smoke down through Canada into New York, and now it's passing into Connecticut as we speak.
And the smoke is picking up other particles carrying toxins and chemicals.
And it's leading to some of the highest fine particulate matter readings that we've seen in years. And again, fine particulates, it's a very serious air pollutant.
Which is why Farrell says it's best to stay inside. Now the CIAC is heeding those warnings, rescheduling its state tournament games originally planned for tonight.
We're just reaching out to our doctors, making sure we have the best information possible, thinking of the nature of the activities that are taking place today, and what's in the best interest and safety of our kids.
Because in conditions like this, safety is a top priority.
For me personally, personally and I had to be outside today, I would probably find one of the N95 masks I had hanging around from the pandemic and don that for today.
Now, the CIAC semifinal games have been tentatively rescheduled for tomorrow. Of course, we'll keep you updated if that changes. In the meantime, New Haven officials here have opened up their location at 200 Orange Street to those who are trying to seek some refuge from this bad air quality out here today. It's open right now through 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. They will also be opening their 5 libraries during normal business hours for that same purpose. We're live here in New Haven at East Rock Park. Julia LeBlanc, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Julia, thank you. Go get inside and be safe. Wild video out of New York City, right? The skyline disappearing in just a matter of hours because of the wildfire smoke. The FAA has put ground stops into effect at LaGuardia Airport and nearby Newark Airport in New Jersey because of the low visibility. And right now, JFK and Bradley Airport are not impacted, but some of the images coming out of New York City are just wild.
Looks like Mars.
Yeah.
All the air is just completely orange in New York City. Thinking of everyone in Manhattan right now. I mean, look at this. Officials saying that you should stay indoors if possible during the air quality alert. Some tips here to make sure that the air inside of your home is not impacted by the smoke outside. Officials say that you should check your HVAC filters to make sure they're nice and clean and set your HVAC system to recirculate mode if it has it. You should keep windows and doors shut tightly and consider using an air purifier in frequently used areas of your home.
Well, in other news this afternoon and breaking, 911 calls have been released after a man confessed that he killed his mother. 34-year-old Eric Megan facing a judge yesterday after he told police he drowned his mother as a sacrifice for demons.
Did you witness her stop breathing?
Yeah, she's dead.
Okay, you witnessed that?
Yeah, I killed her.
You killed her?
Yeah, I had to.
Eric, you said that the demons told you to do this. Are you still hearing them?
I was feeling them.
You're feeling them?
I was, but
You were, but you're not now?
I'm not feeling them now.
Very chilling audio there. Police say Megan signed up for a pistol course days ago and reportedly thought about using a gun to kill the whole family. He's being held on $2 million bond bail and is due back in court next month.
At the Capitol here, the state legislature winding down as the 2023 session ends at midnight tonight. Fox 61 political reporter Emma Wolfhorst joining us live from the state capitol on this busy day with the latest. Emma.
Ben, I think everyone here really seeing the light at the end of the tunnel with just about under 6 hours left of this legislative session. There's definitely an air of what I would call determined excitement here, but work is still happening. Lawmakers continuing debate right now on those final few bills of 2023.
It really is like a test of humanity, and you never know what's going to happen. It is the most unpredictable thing. It is democracy, perhaps at its purest form.
After 5 months of bills, budgets, and debates, the 2023 legislative session is coming to a close.
Most of politics is very scripted. We typically know what's going to happen, not typically, all the time. We don't know what's going to happen in that 4 hours.
Both legislative chambers started Wednesday with hundreds of bills remaining on their agendas, addressing topics from education to housing.
This is the make or break day on bills, and we're continuing with our cooperative talks, and we will continue to see some things that we may like or not like, but we continue to have those conversations.
And those conversations, both parties say, remained very bipartisan this year, citing compromise as a hallmark of this legislative session.
That philosophy, I think, drove this session, it drove last session, and it doesn't mean we always agree on things, but he's always willing to have that conversation.
Lots of work going on down to the wire this week. Some measures taken up and passed with just days left in the session, including a bill requiring police officers inform drivers of the reason for a traffic stop, a restructuring of the state's municipal retirement system, the option for towns to install red light speed cameras for automated traffic enforcement, and more. Some issues left on the cutting room floor: paid sick days, trash and waste management, and education reform. But legislative leaders agreeing this has been a productive session.
The end date is brilliant. Whoever drafted our Constitution, it is the most brilliant decision you ever did. It forces compromise. Deadlines create compromise.
Now, many of the bills passed today, as well as throughout this entire session, do not take effect immediately. They have varying start dates, and this includes policies in the budget bill passed yesterday, like those historic state income tax cuts. Residents will not see those until January of 2024, so until next year. Those are not retroactive. I'm also told that lawmakers could go right up until that midnight deadline tonight with all of the work and debate that's happening here. Governor Lamont is also slated to address the legislature. He will be speaking here tonight immediately after the session adjourns. For now, live at the state capitol, Emma Wolforst, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Less than 6 hours to go. The whole place is buzzing, Emma. Thank you. And as the session comes to a close here, Governor Ned Lamont is signing a new bill into law establishing a system of early voting here in Connecticut. Beginning in 2024, voters will have 14 early voting days for general elections, 7 early voting days for most primaries, and 4 early voting days for presidential primaries and special elections.
Well, new tonight, New Haven police announcing an arrest in a homicide that happened back in November of 2020. Police say Shamar Kelly was arrested in connection with the death of 33-year-old Alan Lee Sean Freeman from Middletown. Police say Freeman was robbed outside of a home on Bassett Street, then shot to death. Freeman's family gathering at police headquarters today for the news.
Shawnee was the kindest person that you would ever meet. Rob him, but why kill him? Why kill him?
I'm just glad this part is over, that he's not walking the street anymore. You know, and I'm just glad that he's off the street, that he can't hurt someone else's child.
Well, an investigation is ongoing for another suspect connected to that case. Also new tonight, New Haven police now offering a $25,000 reward for anyone who has information that could lead to an arrest in connection to the death of Nico Saraceni. The 29-year-old Southern Connecticut State University student was stabbed to death on Whaley Avenue back on October 11th. Police believe his death was targeted.
A 17-year-old has been arrested in connection to 2 robberies in Hamden involving Facebook Marketplace. Police say the teen was involved in an armed robbery back in December on Quentin Street, where the victim was robbed at gunpoint during a meetup to buy a car. The teen was also allegedly involved in another similar armed robbery on Moulton Street just a few days later. That was also meant to be a Facebook Marketplace meetup as well.